Our gross mind.
Oh, when you're asleep.
Yes.
That's better.
Our gross mind goes into the subtle mind,
Yes, you read up.
and then we are lost. We don't know anything.
We're not lost. We're not lost. When your question is what happens, right?
Yeah.
When you are asleep, temporarily your gross mind dissolves into your subtle mind, but it comes back into your gross mind because the support system of your gross mind is still there. You see, you have to understand it's not two minds, it's one. So when you're asleep, you're resting the body that supports the gross mind. Because in this form of existence, listen very carefully with respect, in this form of existence, information is gathered based on the gross mind. There are existences that we do not need the physical body to gather information because there's mind-only existences, which is called the formless realms, no body at all. So while you're asleep, the gross mind dissolves into your subtle mind. But that's your true state, that's your natural state. Because when you take rebirth, that's your subtle mind. Alright? Now, while you're awake, your subtle mind is there. It is there, but it's not as active because we're used to using one or the other, not both. By meditation, you can activate both, whether you're sleeping or awake. So when you are asleep, for you and me at this point, it's kind of like we're lost, but we're not really lost. We're still having dreams. I think you're having dreams about making a lot of money. I'm having dreams, you give me some. We're still having dreams, so we're not really lost. So you don't need to fear on that. The best thing is, before you go to sleep, you do Manjushri mantras, or you do Lama Tsongkhapa mantras, no difference. You focus on Lama Tsongkhapa, and you recite the mantra Arabhasanati one round, and you make a very strong, concerted effort. I'm going to sleep aware and awake. And how you should sleep with this type of meditation is this. Is you sleep on your right side, on your right hand, on your right side. I mean, at first it's difficult, but you can train yourself. In fact, with respect, again, this is the best way to die. How you die, your body position affects the winds. How you affect your winds is how your state of mind is at the time of death. It affects rebirth. So when you die, you should sleep on your right side with your right finger closing your right nostril. With your left hand on top of your left leg, sleeping on the side like this. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. It is said that that type of posture that we die in helps us very much to take a rebirth. Why? Negative winds are blocked temporarily. So when we're falling asleep to train for that, when we're falling asleep, even if we can't sleep like that the whole night, for the first few minutes, we train ourselves and we make it more and more and more. You're probably thinking, oh my God, I've been sleeping like that. I've been sleeping for the last, how old are you, 80, 90? I don't know. What happens is this, is you go to sleep on your right side with your right nostrils covered, and you breathe in and out, and you have the awareness. I will go to sleep with awareness and clarity, and I'll wake up that way. And when you wake up, you just get up, oh, I want tea, I want coffee, I want, my breakfast, oh, give me this and give me that, or your wife is burping, or whatever. Don't think like that. You wake up, immediately get to that position, and sleep on your right side, and wake up as if you've been sleeping like that, and generate that awareness. At this moment, it's more of a physical exercise, but it'll create mental awareness. Go to bed thinking, I will be aware. Wake up thinking, I will be aware. You'll see a difference. But temporarily, for now, it will seem like unclear. But you're not lost. You're not lost. You've been sleeping for the last how many years? You wake up, you find yourself again, so don't worry. But I don't think you found yourself completely, but we'll help you. We'll help you. Does that help you? Oh, good.
I have a question regarding subtle mind. You said that there are times, for example, in dreams that we actually is in a state where our subtle mind we can see subtle mind.
Where our subtle mind is active, yes,
okay.
not see active.
Okay. So sometimes in dreams, right, we actually do actions like our daily lives.
Mm.
So are those actions actually from our habituation, and do they create karma in, let's say, in dreams? And when we talk about mind training, mind transformation, is it actually putting effort into our habituation so that we will change our subtle mind?
Okay, that's a very good question. Subtle mind to change at this time is very difficult. Gross mind can be changed, but gross mind changing will affect our subtle mind. Does everybody understand that? Gross mind can be changed, which will affect our subtle mind. Our subtle mind cannot be directly changed at this time. Very good question. Number 2. In dreams, when we dream of doing what we usually dream, what we usually do, when we dream what we usually do, It is not the dream that is significant. It's the fact that in these dreams we can still hear, feel, taste, touch, perceive. What are we perceiving with? That is the magic question. Alright, so whether we dream about the future, whether we're dreaming about some fantasy land, whether we're dreaming about daily, nonsensical, mundane activities, just eating, going to dinner, going out with our friends, is not the point. The point is you experience things in your dream as if you were awake. Pain, hot, cold, pleasant, unpleasant. You experience. What are you experiencing with? This experiencer is your subtle mind. This subtle mind cannot be affected directly by our actions at this time. Henceforth, it is called subtle, not easy to grasp at. So therefore, you must attack or rehabituate the gross mind. By that way, you will transform the subtle mind. Therefore, in the presence of our teacher, we sit respectfully. We don't argue. We don't debate. We don't fight. We don't throw tantrums. If we're told to do something, we do it. We don't burp. We don't slouch. We don't say, I don't know. We don't lie to people. We don't keep forgetting our responsibilities. We don't keep being a loser. We don't keep using, cheating, and manipulating people. Why? Those actions are of the gross mind, which habituate further the subtle mind. So therefore, when we take vows in Buddhism, it is not an issue that you take the vow and you break it or you don't break it. The very fact you have fear to take the vows shows you that you don't want to change. Because if you can change and transform, the vows are effortless. Example, none of you kill, none of you steal, none of you do drugs. Therefore, the drug law, the killing law, and the stealing law in Malaysia doesn't affect you. It doesn't affect you at all. But for people who kill, steal, and do drugs, it affects you. You want to know what's up, lawyer, what's the term, what's happening. But if you don't kill, you don't do drugs, these laws don't affect you. Therefore, Buddhist vows do not affect you if you don't have something to affect. So if you don't take the vows, if you have fear of these vows, it shows clearly you are afraid of something. If you are afraid of something, you are not attacking your habituation, and therefore you will suffer. So when you take a vow, there's a few situations. If you don't kill every day, but you don't have a vow, it is neutral. If you take a vow that you won't kill, every day you don't kill, you collect the merit of not killing. Example, a young baby doesn't kill. It doesn't mean it collects merit of not killing. So if you take a vow in front of Lama Tsongkhapa, in front of your guru, first you have to take a vow in front of your guru first. You have to take a vow from someone who has a vow. A statue doesn't have a vow. You have to take a vow from someone who has a vow, who received it from his guru, originally from Buddha himself. Therefore, it has blessing and power. If you don't take a vow from somebody who has a vow, you don't have a vow. How can an empty jug pour something into another empty jug? Very logical. So people who are afraid of vows, they're illogical and they're scary, they play with it. They may be 20 years old, 30, 40, 50, they still avoid it, and find all kinds of sweet ways to avoid it. Why? Because they have something to fear. Why do they have something to fear? Can I ask them? But for people who have nothing to fear, the vows are effortless. And when the vows are effortless, every day you don't kill, you don't steal, you don't lie, you collect the merit of not killing, not stealing, not lying. The merit of not killing is long life, beautiful body, tall, pleasant appearance, and you have an appearance that is charismatic in every single lifetime. The karma of not stealing is means of support will be easy for you. Living area, clean living area, nice living area, getting things that you need to survive comes to you effortlessly. Not lying, not killing, not stealing, not lying. Not lying every day doesn't create negative karma or positive karma. It is totally neutral. So if you're not lying, you take the vow not to lie. And when you don't lie every single day, the merit you accumulate is the 60 melodious qualities of a Buddha speech, which means your speech will captivate other people's minds. Your speech, when spoken the truth, will change people's minds from negative to positive. Your voice will be pleasant, it'll be strong, it'll be heard, and your voice will affect beings positively. You will have those type of qualities of the speech from not lying. So, there are people who tell the truth, they say the right things, but no one listens to them. They don't have the power of speech. There are people who speak the truth, everybody listens. They're enraptured, they're captured. Why? Many lifetimes they practice not lying. So if you take the vow of not lying, every day you don't lie, you collect the merit of not lying. As opposed to, I don't want to take a vow. And taking a vow in front of a statue, if you can take a vow in front of a statue, please receive teachings from a statue too. You don't need to disturb me. I don't even get paid. That's ridiculous. Take a vow in front of a statue. But once you've taken the refuge vows from a qualified teacher who has the vows to pass to you, then you can retake the vows. Meaning, to reaffirm and to purify when it's been broken. It's better to have vows that you repair than not to have any vows. Why? You earn a little rather than none. So fear of vows is fear of yourself. Fear of yourself is fearing what would happen if you cut your habituations out. And that fear itself is negative. So vows must be taken from a person who has the vows. Example, I took my vows first from His Eminence Khenso Losang Tachi Rinpoche when I was around 13 and 14. Then I took my other vows from His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama. These masters had vows to be taken. His Holiness, His Eminence Khenso Losang Tachi Rinpoche received his vows from Chujang Rinpoche. His Holiness the Dalai Lama received it from Chujang Rinpoche and Ling Rinpoche. And their teachers and their teachers. They have a lineage. So I have refuge vows to pass people. Formal refuge vows. Why? It's not I'm wonderful. I'm like a pipe, the water comes through. And those vows are very important. Very, very important. Especially if we've reached the twilight years of our life, we should definitely take those vows. And dedicate the merits to our forefathers, to our parents, alive or dead, dedicated to our children, dedicated to our loved ones. Every day we hold the vows, we collect merits to dedicate to other people that we love. Do you think just passing money, name, house, and position makes your children or your people happy? No. Kids can squander it away if they don't have merits. No, definitely. Vows are very important. They are the basis of all attainments according to Lord Buddha. You have the Pratimosha vows, the self-liberation vows, Hinayana vows. You have the Mahayana vows of bodhicitta and the Tantric vows of highest vehicle to become attain enlightenment for other beings. To take the Tantric vows, it must be based on you have the bodhicitta vows. To take the bodhicitta vows, it must be based on you having the pratimosha vows, such as refuge. You must have. And those are all based on pure Guru devotion. Without Guru devotion, your vows will be inactive. Without Guru devotion, your vows will go downhill. Without Guru devotion, anything you have taken will go backwards, and your mind will become harder, narrow. You will not hear the words of truth. You will not, by not holding a vow. How many of us have received initiation? And how many years? We don't even know what our vows are. You know how many years we've broken them? So you're saying, oh, isn't it safer not to take any? Are you safer? Are you safer not to take any? Are you safe? Ask yourself, am I safe? Do I know where I'm going when I die? Certainly not. Because if you take the vows, it motivates you to do something about it. Very important. So you must take it from someone who has the vows, and you hold it while it's a personal challenge. If you're putting the company at work 9 to 5, you're going to work, you're going to schlep your way through. But if you're home living off and parasiting off your mommy and daddy, whatever, you wake up or whatever, you go to sleep or whatever, you're great at parasiting. But if you're put in a work situation, you have to work. You have to work. So like that, when you take the vows, you have to do something that benefits you. And therefore, it is positive.